On the show tonight, the greatest movie star in the world. He is such an action hero. He's always running in films. I love the way he runs. He does it just like this. I've watched it a lot, so I'm kind of an expert at doing it now. I've got him back. It is Mr. Tom Cruise. Sit down. Tom Cruise, everybody. Emily Blunt. Welcome one, welcome all. Very nice to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Nice to see you.
Emily, welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tom, is it? I think it's your third time.
Third time.
And it's still like, oh my God, it's Tom Cruise. In the movie Edge of Tomorrow, did you ever get over that, Emily? Did you ever get to the point where...
I said it to him every day, oh my God, it's you. It just the illusion wears off.
And I was doing my running there, and you are famous for your running. But the director of Edge of Tomorrow was saying that you don't just run on camera, also off camera, you like running.
Yeah, I like to run.
But it's true.
I like to run.
Weren't you getting everyone to run?
Yeah, we had to get back to one because we had so many setups that day. So I was racing the guys back to the opening mark just to keep pace on it. You know, movies, you've got to get a lot of shots during the day, so...
These poor extras.
No, you know that.
They were over it by the end of the day. Oh, Tom Cruise, let's race again.
Yeah, Tom, you win.
Yeah.
Was there a prize or anything?
No, just let's go.
See, I'd be a very bad extra. I'd be the one, no, I'm not running, I'm not. But talking to people that you've worked with, you are known as this kind of the positive force on set. You know, we can do this, the kind of, yeah, we can do this. Is it true that Emily Blunt did break your spirits?
It was a particularly hard day, I will say.
No.
It was a very hard day.
We were in the drop ship. No, she didn't break my spirit. But there was that moment where I went...
Basically, we're in this dropship set. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. We're being dropped out of this ship in our exosuits, and it was a tiny set. They'd made the set really small. It was kind of like as big as a sardine can, and we're all in there. It's so hot in there. There's no air in there. Camera crew are, like, bumping into us, and we're hanging in the exosuits in harnesses, so, like, the entire weight of you and your suit is, like, on your groin, and, like, people are miserable. People are just, like, hanging like this, just waiting for them to shout action. And Tom, that insatiable positivity, I can just see it just starting to unravel. You know? He was pouring with sweat. I remember looking at him and he was like, guys, please roll. Please roll. And I just looked at him and I just went, oh, this sucks, like that. And he looked at me and he goes, it's a challenge.
I thought, because you know what? If I start complaining, it's on. If I start going down, it's on.
Yeah, and I went, Tom, it sucks. And he went, okay, fine. I got an okay, fine, that was it.
Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's get the shot.
But in terms of, like, putting yourself in danger, putting yourself out there, you started, like, ridiculously young. How young were you when you started doing stunts?
Well, I used to do crazy things. Like, I would... You know, my poor mother, I was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. I'd climb to the top of trees and kind of hang off as the wind is going. And then I remember years later I saw, you know, Evel Knievel, you know, jumping off the canyon. And so there was this very steep hill in one of the neighborhoods we were living in, and I kind of took boards from this neighborhood kind of, I don't know, construction site, you know, and lined up all these cans. And of course, my sisters at this time, I'd been to the hospital a few times, broken some bones, and they're like, no, don't do this. You know, you're going to get in trouble. We don't want to take you to the hospital again. And so I said, no, it's going to work. It's going to work. I was about 8 years old at this point. And so I took my bike to the top of the hill. And I started halfway down. I realized when I got halfway down, it was one of those chains, you know, the pedals start going and it doesn't slow, so it was going really fast.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop it. It was too late to bail. And I had my sister and her friends were down there and some kids around the neighborhood. So I was like, oh, this, you know, it's like halfway through it, you're going, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. And then you're approaching the thing, you're going, no, this really wasn't a good idea, but I'm committed. And I thought, I'm going to go so far and so high. So I went up this beam thing and ended up, of course, the board split the board split, and I ended
you were
up
trying
going
to do a
through.
jump.
Yeah, I was going to jump over. The board was like this and stacked up trash cans almost to like half a story.
Right.
And I went through it, and I ended up just pile driving through the trash cans. I mean, it was violent. I was laying on the other side. Of course,
Amazing.
there's blood everywhere, and I'm just laying there. And I just never forget my sister standing over me. No sympathy. It's like, not like, oh my God, Tom. They just looked at me and said, we told you. You are in so much trouble right now.
Do your mum. Tom, Tom.
Tom.
Please, honey.
Honey, honey, please. Honey, please. Honey. She would make me chocolate cake. Honey, please, I got some chocolate cake down here.
Don't jump off the building.
Don't jump off that building, sweetheart, please.
But your life must drive your mother insane. Because
She was very patient.
Yeah.
But I took my mother skydiving. I surprised her and took her skydiving.
Did she like that?
She loved it. Actually, when we were in Dubai, I said, where's my mother? She goes, oh, she went skydiving.
Wow.
Again. When we were in Dubai.
No, because I saw... so this picture, I haven't seen this picture before. So in Mission Impossible 4, this is, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
In Dubai, the famous... you running around the very high building.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen this picture before. This is just you, no harness, randomly, no shoes. I don't quite understand, like, the no shoe. I guess it's not going to hurt your feet, but... to give some perspective, that's you at the top of the tower. Here is the tower. What is it, a kilometre high or something?
Something like that. I don't know.
It's great. And this is how you got the picture. So, there's a helicopter up there. But you sitting on that thing, now, that's not brave. That's something else. Like, that's just... What is... Are you feeling fear sitting on top of that thing?
I wasn't. You know, it's just when you have that opportunity. We got up early in the morning because I had to shoot all day. So me and the stunt team were like, let's see if they'll let us go all the way to the top, and you know, we can get some photos and then
maybe die.
Yeah. I mean, it is so high. You know what they say? Don't worry. You know, before you hit the ground, you'll pass out. You know, that's not true. I don't think that's really true. I think that especially that is so high. If you pass out, you'll come back. You'll be like, I'm still falling. Oh my God. You know what I mean? No, she just kind of did it. We thought it would be fun, you know, just I don't know. It's the tallest building in the world.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I could look at it from the pine and go, that is tall.
Yes.
Yeah. And as you get older, does it affect your approach to things like that? Do you feel more kind of vulnerable, or no?
I mean, I didn't feel like I would fall. I wasn't thinking of falling that day.
No, I
wasn't. Yeah, I didn't feel... But I don't feel invulnerable, but I didn't feel necessarily vulnerable. That's...
Because Mission Impossible 5, that is definitely happening now.
Yeah, we're working on it right now.
Yeah, I know. People want to see that.
Shoot it here in London.
People want to see that. And is that a... You weren't going to shoot it in London?
Yeah, we're going to shoot it in London. That'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, the traffic.
Yeah, I love making it.
I look forward to seeing it. Yeah. It's like in Edge of Tomorrow, there's an amazing scene with Trafalgar Square. And honestly, when you watch the movie, you think, oh, that's so good. But I remember that day. It like screwed up our lives. The whole thing. So listen, this movie, Edge of Tomorrow, it opens tonight. And it is terrific. Such a great movie. It really is.
Thank you.
And it's just the pace of the thing. There's none of those, you know, the 15 minutes where you kind of think, this can come out.
Go get popcorn.
It's boom. It is incredible. So it's got a great premise. Tom, tell us the premise of the movie.
Good luck.
I know. Well, essentially, the whole world is being attacked by aliens, but I play a PR guy, Cage, who's kind of an unlikely hero, pretty much a coward, and doesn't ever have to go to the front. And I'm told part of my assignment is I have to go to the front to cover the soldiers there. And I try to get out of it and blackmail the general, so he sends me to the front. And where I meet Emily Blunt's character is essentially she is the warrior.
She's known as the Full Metal Bitch.
Yeah, that's her character's name. But through this horrific day, he ends up realizing that the way the aliens are winning the war is that they can predict the future. And so my character inherits that when he dies. And he ends up waking up 24 hours beforehand. And
he has this ability to reset the day. So in doing so, he's able to kind of change strategies and figure out new ways of winning the war. So he's a very valuable weapon.
that you have to die over and over again.
Yes.
So how hard is that for an actor to kind of like, oh, how do I
It was
die
actually
now?
a lot of fun because we're trying to figure out how many different ways. It's very funny how many
What's the
different
most
ways we
violent
can
way to
die.
kill
You know,
him, you know?
I was like, look, I kept saying to the stunt guys, I said, no, it's got to be violent. This is Wile E. Coyote. You know, this is Bugs Bunny. You know, so it's like throw me up against the wall, spin me around, and her character essentially trains me because she realizes that the only way to win the battle is through him. So she ends up at times being quite ruthless with me when I don't perform correctly, and
I shoot him.
yeah, she's shooting me.
Yeah.
She's shooting me in the head.
But a lot of the deaths are funny.
Yes.
Because it becomes
Very,
so...
yeah.
Very, yeah.
and like,
Yes.
So, for you, you know, because obviously, if you're run over by a truck, you make a different sound than if somebody
Yeah, I know.
pushes you
Exactly.
into a hole.
No, I'm glad you recognize that. Like, we worked for a year.
Oh, yeah.
We kept working on the different screams, you know, because it had to be like a little bit like that kind of sound that you just don't want to hear yourself scream that way. So, did I really scream like that?
And Emily Blunt, in this movie, you look lovely.
Oh, thanks.
You look right. But in this, but you've got guns in this
Yeah.
movie. Like, you're in amazing condition.
Thank
She's a
you.
badass in this
Yeah,
film.
she really is.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
I know.
And doing the stunts, Emily, you had to wear, like, we saw those suits.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what they're made out of, but even if they're made of balsa wood, it's a lot of balsa wood.
Yeah, yeah. Mine weighed about 85 pounds.
Wow.
The first time I put it on, it was a very interesting day. You know, Tom, I think, was aware that it was my first fitting in the exosuit. You know,
I know, I
think
was there. I spent
that-
months prepping it and working.
knew that I'd
It
be
was her first
overwhelmed,
day.
I think. And he came over after I put the suit on, and I was trying to hold it together. And I'm not really like a crier, but he came up and he was like, "How you doing? You okay?" And I went, "Yeah, I'm good." And he went, "Are you sure? Because it's hard, right? It's like heavy." And I went, "Yeah, it's just really heavy." It's like a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. He told me to stop
This is
being a
before we
wuss,
started.
which is- It was the best thing, and just to make me laugh, because I was like, if he hugs me right now, it's over. It's going to be like sprinkler system, you know. It was like...
And in some scenes, and you can't tell, but in some scenes, you are pregnant.
Well, yes. We did some additional photography, and I
the
was
end.
pregnant,
Yeah, we did some
and it
pickups
was
and
kind
she
of
was
still
pregnant.
early, so I wasn't really
Oh,
telling
okay.
anyone.
Yeah.
And so Tom was confused as to why I wasn't engaging in all the stunts, because I was kind of game for it when we did the original shoot. And eventually I went, because I'm growing a human. And he was like, and he was so cute about it, and then protected me, was helping me downstairs. Like, he was almost overboard, you know.
She's
after
like,
that.
Tom, easy.
Tom, I'm fine. I can do stairs. you know.
Oh, well, you grew the little human, and little human popped out. We've got a
Yes.
picture of Hazel. As a mother, that must be so nice to have 600 people go,
It is very nice, yeah.
She's
Because
a
I do
sweetheart.
that, but yeah.
No, she's beautiful.
She
was
is
laughing
really cute.
today. It was amazing.
She's so cute.
was it the nurse that was very complimentary when
Yeah,
she
she
popped
was
out?
funny. We were in the recovery room afterwards, and we had this amazing nurse who came in, and she looked at Hazel and she goes, "Damn, your baby is so cute." And I went, "Oh, really?" She went, "She is gorgeous." And I went, "Hey, Mabel, I think you say that to all the mothers." And she went, "No, I don't." She said, "When I know a baby ugly, I say, you had a baby." And that's it.
Because it is that weird thing of, you know, doing something for the first time, and it's crazy. Like, so Tom, you've, what's it, 41 movies now?
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
But there was a day when it was your first day on set, and you didn't know what you were doing. Was that was Taps, right? Was your first?
Yeah, I remember being on Taps and Harold Becker yelling out, you know, "Hey, Cruz there!" I was like, everything. I was raising the south, so everything was yes. I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "You know, you see the camera?" I said, "Well, no, sir." He goes, "Well, if you don't see the camera, you're not going to be in the picture." Move to your right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Was it Outsiders where you decided to give your character a trait?
Yeah, part of the thing was we were all eating chocolate cake, and I thought, you know what, in this scene, I'm going to eat chocolate cake. I'm going to eat a lot of chocolate cake, and that's, you know, we ended up 80 takes later, I'm having to eat chocolate cake. When you're a young actor, you think, oh, this is going to be really cool. It's a bad idea.
Yes, I've learned that just recently.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, really?
You know, you got to go through it. You got to live through it. It's like something weird's happening in my body. I'm about to go unconscious. It was past vomiting. Do you know what I mean?
You gained 20 pounds from one
Oh,
scene.
my God. It was awful.
Emily Blunt.
What?
I heard you earlier. You do a TC, don't you? You do a TC.
I'm not Not after Seth. I mean, come on. Charlize, your goat noise.
Oh, go on, do one line of Tom.
What line shall I do?
I don't know.
I feel the need. The need for speed.
You're good at it.
Do me.
No. Give me again.
No, do...
I'll do Donald Duck.
You do Donald Duck?
Yeah.
Do you?
Do it.
Well, okay, now it's your turn.
That's adorable. That's going to be my text message alert. Yeah.
Very good.
Before we go, just time for a story or two in the red chair. Now, did you do this the last time, Tom? You didn't know you were a gentleman. You didn't do it.
No, I didn't.
You should do it. It's great.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Come on.
Come on, Tom.
You know you want to do it. You'll
Fine,
get
I do
it.
want
Come
to
on.
do it.
She knows.
Like, Tom will sit on top of that building. He won't do this. So, who's up first?
John from London.
Hello, John from London. What do you do, John?
I'm a plumber.
And are you wearing shorts, John?
Yeah, it's hot Friday, isn't it?
He can... I like it.
All Fridays are hot.
He can predict the weather. Plumber and meteorologist. Yeah, I do both. Off you go with your story, Tom.
I got called out to a job in Chelsea for block trains. Me and my partner was there. We've gone there, we've done the blockage.
Oh,
the lady at the
don't
house
say
said...
blockage.